Coach Katie Smith, here for any questions that y'all may have. Take it away.
Thanks, Steve. How was the group today? How did things go?
Tell the truth.
How did T look today?
T's been great. I mean, T's one of my faves. Her energy's contagious. She literally is always listening, so she's great. She'll do anything we ask. No, the group's been great. Today was another hard practice. Got after them. Again, just trying to tighten up everything. All the things that we've been wanting to improve on all year. Just every day is that constant reminder. To take it upon yourself individually and as a unit to get a little bit better at it, and ultimately get us in a good position to win some games down the stretch.
Saw that the group got to go to the airport last night and welcome Cheryl, Claire, and Feedback. What was that like?
They were a little tired, but we were pumped. I mean, it's been a long time that we haven't seen them. I mean, it's it's been about a month, and it was really good to see them and kind of be back with your crew. So happy for them too. I know it was an exhausting, probably last week more so than the whole time. But yeah, just really, really great to have them back and to celebrate them.
It feels strange to have a game on Thursday when it's been
a without having your whole team and and Reeves getting back in the mix. So it's good. I mean, we've been prepping for this, and it's really what we talked about. Is just let's stay sharp until everybody's back, so that we're ready to go when it was tossed up on Thursday, and let's just take care of business. Every game's going to be tough because everybody's going to be jockeying for position. But we want to put ourselves in a good position and have a little fun, hopefully down the stretch.
You watch, you had two medal winners on this team. Obviously, Fee and Alana. I'm kind of struck by how different their paths to that medal have been. Fee first-round draft pick, kind of starting from the beginning and moving up. Alana kind of having to prove herself, and by her own admission, maybe even not being in this league a few years ago. When you look at what she's kind of accomplished, Smith, in terms of emerging, getting a chance and taking advantage of it, does that make you feel good?
It does. I remember watching Lan at Stanford. Long, versatile, big. Thought that she had a potential to play well in the W. Ended up, in Phoenix, not playing a whole lot. Wondering, unless you're with them, you don't know why and what doesn't translate or why they don't play. But yeah, you just never saw her. And then last year, in Chicago, was really a breakout year for her. Scoring, defense. And that got on our radar, and hoping that it wasn't just an outlier, But we knew the Lan was skilled, a good basketball player, and versatile. And it's just fun. It's nice to see players just stay with it. They love it. Australia, the Opals, they love their national team. They love playing.
They didn't even put her on the team 3 years ago.
So I mean, it's great for her to stick with it and just continue to work at her game and continue to just show up and have success and have that, get a bronze medal and be a big part of it.
All tournament
is the second team was awesome. Just really, just so happy for her. She was first team actually.
First team tournament team.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just awesome. And again, this is what it is. It's just you keep plugging away. You keep showing up. You keep working on your game. If you love what you do, and if you get your chance and you take advantage of it, and that's what she's done.
Switching gears to Washington specifically, a team that's probably a little bit better than their record indicates. What are sort of the things to do to make sure that you have a successful 2 games against them?
Yeah, I mean they may look really different. I don't know if Sykes is back. I don't know if Shakira Austin's back. They're playing really well. Atkins, Shatori Walker, Kimbrough was shooting it well. They are a great defensive team that make you work. They're gonna be physical with us, try to get off all our cuts, make things really hard. And then on offense, they're just gonna move the ball and they got some versatility. So we better be on our P's and Q's and ready to go. It really need to be sharp because they are a team that I'm sure they'd say if they had their whole roster, they'd be in a different position. So we're gonna be battling it out on Thursday. And we just have to be sharp. We have to take care of the basketball. We have to rebound, and obviously just make them earn it. If we can get set in our half-court defense, we'll trust ourselves against anybody, and then being able to knock down some shots. But it's going to be a battle because they really are a good coach team, and very very good. And especially if they have their vets and some of their better players that are now back.
You played in Europe a lot during your career. A lot of talk's been done in the wake of the Olympics about the clause in the CBA that is keeping some people over in Europe. How do you feel about that? I mean, do you think some tweaking has to happen there, or do you have to just put this league first?
Well, I think the players and they all agreed on CBA. I think it's a great start. I don't know what the next CBA has and how it works. There's a lot of conversations and things that have to go into it on both FIBA and the WNBA. But it's nice to see WNBA is a priority and the players have done that. But yeah, I don't know what they'll do, but
I mean, it's tough to see Emma now playing.
Well, part of it is she chose. I think her situation. She chose to stay with her Olympic team and didn't sign. So there's lots of ways. Again, the Olympic years and World Cup years are different. People choose to go and stay and train because of their national teams, and makes a lot of sense. Like that's their chance to put their themselves and their teams in a position. So there's lots of layers to it outside of just FIBA and whatnot. The Olympic years, World Cup years, that's a whole different beast on the sense of commitments to your national team.
How do you approach trainings when you're running it without like the head coach and some of the big name players? Are you focused more on player to player improvements that they need, or is it collective as a team without these players, without the key players, just in case if there's a moment in the game where they're not in?
Yeah, I think it's individual. We do a lot of skill work, a lot of teaching, film, little things, but on the individual level. But ultimately, it's now they get more reps. The players that are our starters aren't here. Then somebody else gets to step in. So those reps, the timing, the experience, doing that. So it's both team execution on both the defense and offensive end, and then also there is the personnel development where you're trying to work individually. Like, we need you to do this. These are things you can work on in practice. So it's the combination of all of it, which is kind of normal. Really, our pattern's somewhat been normal compared, what we do normally with Reeve here. Obviously, just some different voices that are doing most of the talking, so we're not supporting as much.
or doing most of the yelling.
There you go. I mean, just trying. You don't want it to be a push up. We just want to be clean and get better. But it's a lot of fun. I think it's enjoyable for them to a point. Like, you know what I mean? They're excited to play games and not have somewhat of a mini training camp in a way. So I think everybody's chomping at the bit to toss it up and go play.
Yes,
All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Yep.